Who is Argentina's biggest rival in soccer? If you answered that it's Brazil, I can assure you that for a significant portion of the Argentine population, you're wrong. The rivalry between Brazil and Argentina is, of course, huge, right? It's like a family feud. It's about arguing whether Pelé was greater than Maradona or if Maradona was greater than Pelé. Now, according to them, even Messi has joined this discussion too. But there's a rivalry that goes far beyond the boundaries of the field. A rivalry that was forged in the cold of the South Atlantic. A rivalry that cost almost 1,000 lives. And that turned what would be a simple soccer game into a matter of national honor. This video is about why Argentines hate the English more than they hate Brazilians in soccer. And if you're watching and you like to understand the stories behind sports, go ahead and subscribe to our channel, like, and share the video, because today we're going way beyond the field. Thank you. The 2026 World Cup semifinal hasn't even started yet, and this kind of scene, this kind of situation is already popping up all over the United States. Fans from England and Argentina fighting. To understand this hatred, we need to go back almost 40 years in time, more precisely to 1982. The Argentine military dictatorship ruled the country with an iron fist. Disappearances, repression, censorship, the full package of a Latin American dictatorship. And the country's economy was in shambles. The regime desperately needed a smokescreen, something to unite the nation. And they found this cause in some remote and icy islands 500 kilometers from the mainland. The islands the British called the Falklands. But every Argentine learned in school that they were called the Malvinas Islands. Argentina claimed sovereignty over these islands, which had been administered by the United Kingdom since 1833. And the Argentine dictatorship bet that England, being so far away, wouldn't care enough to fight. It was a catastrophic miscalculation. April 2, 1982. Argentina invades the islands, and at first it succeeds in its military campaign. The Argentine flag was raised in the capital, Port Stanley, which for the Argentinians was called Puerto Argentino. In Buenos Aires, the atmosphere was euphoric. But on the other side of the ocean, the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Margaret Thatcher, the Iron Lady, considered the invasion an unacceptable act of aggression. She cut off relations with Argentina and prepared a gigantic naval force to retake control of the islands. The conflict lasted 74 days and was brutal. The Argentine Air Force even managed to sink a British frigate. But military superiority eventually prevailed. On June 14, 1982, the Argentine forces surrendered. The war was over, with a toll of nearly 1,000 dead. Most of them were Argentine fighters. For Argentina, it was a national humiliation. The defeat accelerated the fall of the dictatorship. The following year, Argentina held democratic elections again. But democracy did not completely heal the wound. The defeat left a deep scar on the Argentine soul. A feeling of injustice. An entire nation that longed for some kind of reparation, payback. And that revenge would come. Not with weapons, but with the ball at their feet. 4 years later, fate brought Argentina and England face to face in the quarterfinals of the 1986 World Cup. And Argentina had a weapon that the English didn't have. A genius named Diego Armando Maradona. June 22, 1986, Azteca Stadium, Mexico City. More than 114,000 people in the stands. 6 minutes into the second half, the giant Peter Shilton, England's goalkeeper, comes out to punch the ball, and Maradona, much shorter, jumps with him. And then the unexplainable happens. The ball goes in. The English players run to the referee. They saw it. The whole world saw it. But the referee didn't see it. A handball goal. According to Maradona, the hand of God. And it didn't stop there, huh? Maradona also scored the goal that many consider the most beautiful in World Cup history. He started from before the halfway line. He dribbled past 5 players. He dribbled past the goalkeeper. And he almost walked the ball into the net. It was a spectacular goal. For the Argentinians, it was the ultimate proof that they were superior. If not in strength, then in the art of playing soccer. In 10 seconds, Maradona rewrote history. The war was symbolically avenged. Argentina and England would face each other again in World Cups. And each game was a battle. Each encounter rekindles the flames of 1982 and also of 1986. And this Wednesday, when the two teams line up on the field for the 2026 World Cup semifinal, there's no doubt that the flames of this rivalry will be ignited once again. A match that for Argentines will never be just a game. It's the memory of the territorial dispute, Maradona's revenge, and the fight for sovereignty. All of that condensed into a span of 90 minutes. And that's why, for me, Argentina and England are the biggest rivalry in world football. But that's just my opinion, and I want to know yours. Do you know of any other rivalry that surpasses this one? For you, is Brazil and Argentina a bigger rivalry than Brazil and England? And do you think that these off-the-field events like the Falklands War should really influence the passion of the fans? Or are they different things? Should each stay in its own lane? Leave your opinion here in the comments. Like and share our video and subscribe here to Lance.